So, HBO's The Last of Us Season 1 just wrapped up, and I gotta say, it was pretty good. I remember a time where everyone was skeptical about the show and deciding on if they should even watch it, and now, after seeing the ratings and praise that critics are giving the show, it's kinda hard to think back to those times. A lot of people were even debating on if there was a point to the show, considering the game's already told the exact same story. And to that I have to say, not everyone is a gamer. Just because a video game tells a good story doesn't mean it's going to reach a massive audience. Most games are like a bajillion dollars and require you to buy a system so that you can play them. A TV show is just more digestible, and most people already watch TV, so this medium is an easier option to enjoy the story. If you ask me, the story benefits more from being a TV show because in general the actors are able to physically emote more. Immersion isn't broken if you are stuck on a level or if you keep constantly dying. And once again, it's just easier to consume the story episodically instead of finding time to actually sit down and play the game. People complain the show wouldn't be good because it takes away the feeling of control, exploration, and removes the hands-on feeling. And a lot of these arguments have been used to describe why video game movies and shows don't work, but I'm glad to say The Last of Us took all of those complaints and just threw them in the trash. This is where adaptations go right. HBO's The Last of Us took the source material straight and made minor tweaks to fit the format of a TV show. They don't butcher the IP, they just ran with what proved to work with the game and added some mini bits to fill the gaps. I feel like I gotta criticize the show a little bit because it isn't perfect, so speaking of gaps, this did not feel like a show about the infected, which is a little disappointing, setting aside all knowledge of the game and taking the show at face value. The goal of the main protagonists is to deliver an immune person to a hospital so doctors can reverse engineer a cure for the infection. But we spend more time on politics and raiders than we do on the actual infected. Don't get me wrong, the main theme of the IP is everyone is morally gray in the apocalypse. It's not just right or wrong. And the best way to showcase that theme is the complex inner character relationships between friends, families, foes, and factions, etc. But that's not the only thing the IP has to offer. I want to see Joel throwing a brick or a bottle every episode. I want to see the infected being an actual looming threat and not just an afterthought. Now, luckily the show has been renewed for a second season, and its creators are promising that there will be more of a focus on the infected, but I just wish we could have seen it a little bit more this season. If characters were whispering this season, it was because they were afraid of getting caught by people, not because they were afraid of the infected. It goes without saying the acting was a solid 10 out of 10 on everyone's part. Nick Offerman, Lamar Johnson, Nico Parker, Pedro Pascal, Melanie Linsky, Scott Shepard, Storm Reed, and of course, I think everyone can agree that Bella Ramsey as Ellie was the best part of this show. It seemed like a lot of people were rooting for her downfall because she wasn't as attractive as the child from the video game, and those people need to get a fucking grip. Those weirdos aside, she perfectly embodies the character and has such a talent for acting. I can't wait to see more of her down the line. With that, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. The Last of Us Season 1 gets an unsurprising and non-controversial 9 out of 10. I want to keep this review short because I'm working on some other stuff right now, but I figured I'd go ahead and share my thoughts on the show. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you haven't already, please hit the like and subscribe button. YouTube tends to recommend my videos to other people when I get more engagement, and it really helps a small channel like mine. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Take care.
No matter how many times we will try, no matter how many